On November 30th, 1939, the Soviet Union invaded Finland. The war was supposed to be over in a few weeks. Stalin wanted it finished by December 21st, his 60th birthday. The Red Army outnumbered the Finns roughly 3-1 in manpower and had overwhelming advantages in tanks, artillery and aircraft. The Soviet ambassador to the United Kingdom, Ivan Masaki, was confident that the international community would do very little to stop them. He said, "Who would help? The Swedes? The British? The Americans? There's no way in hell. There will be a fuss in the press, moral support, moaning and whining, but troops, aircraft, cannons and machine guns, no." The war did not go that way. Finnish forces, often fighting on skis through their own forests in temperatures that regularly dropped below -20 degrees, used their knowledge of the terrain to devastating effect against the Soviets. They would strike Soviet columns from the tree line and vanish again before any serious reinforcements could arrive. As Soviet bombers began striking Finnish cities in the war's opening days, the Soviet Foreign Minister Vyacheslav Molotov went on state radio with an extraordinary claim. According to Molotov, those aircraft weren't dropping bombs on Finnish civilians at all. They were delivering food to a starving population. Finland cities, quite visibly, were being hit with incendiary cluster bombs. They were designed specifically to start fires rather than simply destroy targets like a regular bomb. Nobody believed Molotov's claim for a moment, and it turned his own lie into a national joke. They began calling the bombs Molotov's bread baskets. The Finns decided to continue the joke. Around this same time, Finnish forces had also started arming themselves with an old yet simple anti-tank weapon. A glass bottle filled with a flammable liquid, lit and thrown at an advancing vehicle in the hope of igniting its engine or fuel supply. Finns gave it a new name that finished the joke Molotov himself had started, the Molotov cocktail. Despite its joke of a name, the Molotov cocktail was a serious weapon. State-run distilleries began mass-producing the bottles, complete with a proper igniting strip attached and printed instructions for use. When used correctly against the thinner top and rear armour of Soviet tanks, they proved a real and repeated threat throughout the war. Though perhaps not known by that name, the Molotov cocktail had been used a few years before in the Spanish Civil War. The British writer and soldier Tom Wintringham gave a really clear explanation of how they were used. "We made use of petrol bombs, roughly as follows. Take a 2-pound glass jam jar, fill with petrol, take a heavy curtain, half a blanket or some other heavy material. Wrap this over the mouth of the jar, tie it round the neck with string, leave the ends of the material hanging free. When you want to use it, have someone standing by with a light. Put a corner of the material down in front of you, turn the bottle over so that petrol soaks out round the mouth of the bottle and drips onto this corner of the material. Turn the bottle the right way up again, hold it in your right hand, most of the blanket bunched under the bottle. With your left hand, take the blanket near the corner that is wetted with petrol. Wait for your tank. When near enough, your pal lights the petrol-soaked corner of the blanket. Throw the bottle and blanket as soon as this corner is flaring. See that it drops in front of the tank. The blanket should catch in the tracks or in a cogwheel, or wind itself round an axle. The bottle will smash, but the petrol should soak the blanket well enough to make a really healthy fire which will burn the rubber wheels on which the tank track runs, set fire to the carburettor or frizzle the crew. Do not play with these things, they are highly dangerous." It eventually found itself into official military use. The British Chief of the Imperial Staff, Sir Edmund Ironside, explained how the Molotov cocktail could be used by professional soldiers. "I want to develop this thing they developed in Finland, called the Molotov cocktail. A bottle filled with resin, petrol and tar, which if thrown on the top of a tank will ignite, and if you throw half a dozen or more on it, you have them cooked. It is quite an effective thing. If you can use your ingenuity, I give you a picture of a roadblock with 2 houses close to the block overlooking it. There are many villages like that. Out of the top windows is a place to drop these things on the tank as it passes the block. It may only stop it for 2 minutes there, but it will be quite effective. I think it's interesting that the name outlived the conflict that created it by decades. Today, the name Molotov cocktail is still attached to a weapon used in wars, uprising and protests across the world, and almost nobody using the phrase has any idea it began as a bitter joke aimed squarely at the lie of one Soviet foreign minister. Thank you for watching, everybody. The past few weeks I've noticed that the channel has started to grow a little, and I'm incredibly grateful to everybody who's watched and subscribed. If you have any suggestions or anything you'd like me to make a video on in the future, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.